foundations is training. The form is not training. So the form is training of a different kind. So when you use the word training for foundations, and now when you step up to the form, the same word mean totally different things. So the foundations training is to prepare the material. And Yilu training is to put the materials together. Cannon fist training is to use the material as tools. And in the end, push hands is to use the tools to hurt people. So cannon fist is learn how to use the tools. And push hands fighting is not learning how to use them, it's just use them. Let me say, to give you another example, when we stand in a fixed posture and do 6 seating 4 closing, we say the body, the chest is 180 degrees, your hand has to be 45 degrees to it. When you're doing applications, what do you mean by that? You can't say, look, stop, I have to find a wall, and this is 180. So in application, everything goes. But the training supposedly made your body, your own degrees, your own arm and chest got into 45. And as to how you stand in the hall or on the street, how you stand against your opponent, all of those you have to adapt. So that this adaptation does not mean that you have forgotten the rules. Now you understand? So when this is again one of the problems of the contradiction I mentioned earlier. When we did the foundations, that the front heel lines up with the rear toe, then when you do the form, people automatically do that. They don't look at how I do the form. And they'll say, but you said it has to be like this. No, when I teach you the form, you watch me and copy my form. Because a form is another, it's the same as if I give you an English example, you will know. When you learned the basics of pronunciation, you say stand. But when you speak, you don't say stand up, you say stand up. But then nobody will say, but you just lied to me. You told me it's ST is st, but now you say it's a stand. But in reality, when you are at a higher level, you realize there is no contradiction. At the beginning part, you don't need to understand, just follow. When everybody says stand up, you just don't say stand up. Although you might insist you are right, but it's not like that. So because the process of adapting and how it changes into a different sound, you don't need to know at the beginning because you don't want to waste your time. You just do it the way they do it. So whatever I taught you in foundations, when I teach Yilu, you just follow my Yilu. Don't go back and say, but you said this. And the change is what's explainable, but let's do that later.